Verse 1, Paul says, this is how one should regard us. You want to think about your leaders properly? The way to think about your leaders isn't as if they're all stars. They're not the saviors of the world. They're not high profile. You need to think about your leaders as servants of Christ, not servants of you, the church, but servants of Christ and stewards of the mysteries of God. So the word translated servant, unique word, it's not the common word that most times the New Testament uses for servant. It's a word that describe the under rowers of a ship. Kids, did you know they used to have ships with people on the bottom that would just row the ship? Yes, they didn't have no motors, none of that stuff. And that's what Paul is saying. That's what leaders of the church are. We're under the platform. We're not up on the platform, even though I'm on a platform. Metaphorically speaking, it's not all about the leader. He's just there. He's not running his own show. It's not his own agenda. He's a servant. He's under the direction of somebody else, and he's just keeping the boat moving, but you don't need to put him up on the platform or make much of him. He's a servant. He's also a steward of the mysteries of God. So you know what it is to steward someone's money, somebody else's money. You manage it well. What he's saying is that for preachers of the gospel, leaders in the church, especially those who preach and teach, you are accountable. But you're not accountable for how big your church is. You're not accountable for how many people like you. You're not accountable for how big a following you have on social media. You are accountable for how well you stewarded and leveraged every opportunity given to you to proclaim and preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's what I'm accountable to the Lord for. Not how many of you like me. It's not about eloquence. It's not about wisdom. Look at verse 2. What is it required? It's required of servants or stewards that they be found faithful or trustworthy. So it's not that they be found eloquent or wise or taking initiative or success, and all those things are good things, but what's most important is faithfulness, reliability, doing what it is that you say you'll do.